where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland, this is ABC-7 at 5 Weekend.
We're taking a live look from our exclusive ABC-7 mountain cam up on top of the Franklin Mountains. Now, this is a sight you don't normally see every day. This is beautiful here in the borderland. Now, our StormTrack weather team predicted between 3 and 7 inches of snow across the El Paso, Las Cruces area, and that's exactly what we got. We're seeing record snowfall at the El Paso International Airport. And again, our StormTrack weather team issued that first alert earlier this week, and we remain under that first alert tonight and through tomorrow. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Josie Ortegon. Evan Folin is off today. Let's get right to StormTrack weather. StormTrackers Dan Martinez and Nichole Gomez are standing by with your first alert forecast.
Hi there, Josie. That's right. We issued that ABC-7 first alert for exactly what we saw happen overnight and today as well. But we want to take you to our ABC-7 WeatherNet sites, sponsored by the Mattress Firm. Want to give you a nice shot of what is taking place out in northeast El Paso. Powell Elementary School doesn't even look like El Paso. The beautiful snow on the mountains and on the rooftops there. But here are some of the totals that we did pick up. We do have an update. Record snowfall actually at the El Paso International Airport. And of course, we're going to bring you updated numbers throughout the newscast because we're still seeing some snow across portions of the borderland. Ski Apache 3 feet, and again, we'll give you an update. But Dan, we're still seeing some light snow across portions of our region.
Yeah, that's right. And as you notice here, we are slowly starting to see all of this dwindle on down here across the borderline. And you see anywhere from El Paso over to Las Cruces, you're slowly starting to see things taper on off, which is good. This system is moving on out of the area. El Paso County, we are okay right now. Same thing with Las Cruces. You notice the latest frames showing very little to no activity here. We're going to be keeping you posted on this, and the weather alerts that we had earlier have now expired, so we're no longer under any threat for active weather. The repercussions of what we saw is the main threat now. We'll talk more about this coming up in just a few minutes. Josie.
Okay, Dan and Nichole, thank you. We'll check in with both of you in just a bit. Now, we're going to take a look at our traffic cams. Again, there is a possibility of black ice on the road tonight, so let's take a look right now from our TxDOT traffic camera system. As you can see, the roads are pretty clear, but there is some slush, some ice, and some snow that remains on the road, so you do want to be careful if you are headed out and about. Now, the roads are fairly okay now, but it was a much different story this morning. They were so bad that a semi actually jackknifed on I-10 near Vinton. It appears the semi crashed into a guardrail there. Our ABC-7 crews caught El Paso County Sheriff's deputies responding. No word on any injuries. Now let's take a look at your road closures this afternoon. We spoke with TxDOT officials, and they tell us Scenic Drive and Trans Mountain remain closed. The Anthony Gap is now open. Now, we also spoke with New Mexico and Las Cruces police, and there have been a total of 56 snow-related crashes within the last 24 hours, 7 of those with injuries. It's unclear how severe. They also tell us there were a total of 31 stranded and needing assisted drivers in Joniana County, and that includes on I-10 and I-25. And the City of El Paso street and maintenance crews have worked overnight to salt and treat major roadways, side roads, bridges, and overpasses. They're all getting priority, so these should be a little easier to drive on, especially for emergency responders. And if you do have to drive, just remember to go slow and give other drivers plenty of wiggle room. All right, and if you're planning on heading out of town by air, the El Paso International Airport is operating, but there have been some delays and cancellations. You can find the latest now on KVIA.com. Click the travel icon at the top of our homepage. You'll find the latest information from airports all over the country, plus Texas and New Mexico road conditions. Now, the borderland is still seeing some effects from the winter storm overnight. Our crews have been out all day monitoring the roads. ABC-7 reporter Jerry Nájera is out as we speak. He's live from Trans Mountain, continuing our first alert coverage. Jerry.
Josie, like you said, everything is calming down right now, but don't let that fool you just yet. Obviously, you can see behind me, there's still some road closures in the area. I want you to take a look at some video we shot earlier today. The slick roads caused this accident on I-10 near Airways. One person was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. 2 lanes were closed on the freeway because of this, and we actually saw a car skidding while trying to slow down and almost causing another accident. We also caught up with El Paso electric crews in the lower valley. They had finished replacing a pole that had collapsed from the weight of the snow and ice. TxDOT is also telling me they still have crews de-icing roads on I-10, Loop 375, and US 54. Scenic Drive has been shut down. And if you take a look behind me, Trans Mountain is also been shut down. But I want you to take a look at this. There have been a lot of people pulling over on the side of the road, and what they're doing is they're walking up Trans Mountain to have some fun, take some pictures, walk their dogs. I even saw a guy coming down there with some skis. I don't know what that was all about, but now TxDOT is saying that they are monitoring that, and they're calling police. They said they called police earlier to get people down because it is still very dangerous up there, and it is illegal. It is considered trespassing. They're just saying, we've seen snowplows actually driving through there while people are on the road. So it's still a very dangerous situation up there, and they're telling everyone to please take precaution.
Okay.
Josie, back to you.
Okay, Jerry, thank you for that live report. And again, they'll be out there monitoring those roads for you. Now, after last night's snowfall, many of the roads were left packed with piles of snow. Take a look at this video shot in West El Paso on Stanton. Snow was falling, but you can see a couple of people out walking, jogging, and getting snow off of their cars. And fast forward, the snow stopped for a bit and the sun peeked out to provide some warmth for families to enjoy a nice snow day. This is video shot at Album Park. A lot of snowball fights and jolly snowmen were around there in that area. Now, our viewers are also part of the Storm Track weather team when you send in your photos using the hashtag ABC7 First Alert. This is video of the snowy roads from ABC7 viewer Vicky Lee Castro. Again, it looks a little dangerous. This was shot early this morning, and she actually sent that to us via our Facebook page. And you can also help with that ABC7 First Alert coverage throughout this newscast and all evening on social media. Just check out KVIA.com on Facebook and on the web and on Twitter. Just follow us at ABC7 Breaking with all the latest information. Again, don't forget to send in your pictures. Snap some photos of what you're doing today, some video. We want to see what you all are up to, and just share them with us. Use that hashtag ABC7 First Alert, and we'll share some of those with you later in the newscast. Now, our New Mexico mobile newsroom is also monitoring roads throughout Joniana County. Our ABC7's Jamie Warren is live from Las Cruces with the latest. Jamie.
Josie, that snow that carefully coated every part of Las Cruces yesterday, well, it's still here, but as you can see, it's now beginning to melt, and that means the roadways, they're going to be extra slushy and extra muddy, and that's why Las Cruces police are warning everyone to stay off the roads unless it's absolutely necessary. Now, here's a shot that we took earlier today of the I-10, and as you can see, the snow is coated on the side of the highway, but for the most part, the streets were clear. Now, before taking off, motorists, of course, were having to brush off their cars from all that packed on snow. And many today tell me they haven't seen this much snow in Las Cruces for years, and that's why we saw so many outdoors and playing in this winter wonderland before it melted. But still, some tell me this rare occasion made them feel a little uneasy while driving.
When we were coming from El Paso, it was kind of scary, but it was kind of weird because some of the semis would go and get close to us and all the snow would fall off of their car and hit us.
Other drivers make me nervous. I'm confident in my driving, but the other drivers make me nervous.
So how has this weather impacted local businesses? I'll have that part of the story coming up on ABC7 at 10. Live in Las Cruces with our New Mexico mobile newsroom, Jamie Warren, ABC7.
Okay, Jamie, reporting live in Las Cruces. Thank you for that. Meanwhile, other parts of Texas are dealing with severe weather. The National Weather Service says the tornado that hit the Dallas area last night measured at least EF4 in damage strength. 11 people are dead after the strong tornado and severe storms ripped through North Texas. The Dallas suburb of Garland was hit the hardest, with 8 people killed and 15 injured. 3 people were killed in nearby Collin County. The tornado left a trail of destruction in its wake with more than 600 buildings damaged. Texas Governor Greg Abbott made a disaster proclamation for several Texas counties. Now, in our own Storm Track weather, Storm Tracker Dan Martinez and Nichole Gomez are standing by with your first alert coverage.
Hey Josie, yeah, we're continuing to keep things very active and monitoring here across the entire borderland, and I want to show you another great view that we have, Nichole. We've got Tomley Elementary School, one of our other weather bug sites that we have, and you can see another beautiful picture here across the borderland. We just continue really seeing those pictures, and I cannot urge this enough. Tonight, this is when we're really going to get down to the nitty-gritty of cold weather here in the borderland. We want to make sure you check on people, make sure your pets are taken care of, your pipes and your plants as well, right, Nichole?
That's right, Dan, and temperatures are expected to drop down to the teens and even single digits for some locations, so just keep that in mind. As Dan mentioned, check on your family members, bring your pets inside, cover up those pipes. And I want to remind you as well that we have all your photos that you've sent to us on KVIA.com, so if you want to check those out, go ahead. But here's a look at your wake-up weather forecast for El Paso. At 5 o'clock in the morning, we're at 18 degrees. By 7 o'clock, we're still in the 20s. Now, keep in mind, this is just your temperature. That is not the wind chill factor, so we're also talking temperatures in the single digits tomorrow morning. As you're getting ready, getting the kids ready, make sure you pile on those layers, and as you're headed off to work, make sure you pile on those layers. Las Cruces, 16 degrees at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it will be a cold day tomorrow. But coming up in your full forecast, we'll talk about our forecast high for tomorrow, let you know if we're tracking any rain next week, and even what you can expect for New Year's Eve and day. That's all coming up in your full forecast. Josie?
Okay, Dan, Nichole, thank you. We're taking a look right now at our complete ABC-7 network of cameras. We're bringing you live looks of the entire borderland, and one of those cameras is the ABC-7 downtown camera on top of the Chase building. Look at that. That's not a view that we enjoy very often. Beautiful, beautiful sight here. But again, you do want to be safe if you are headed out on the roads. We still remain under that first alert. And just a reminder, keep those photos and videos coming in. Just use the hashtag ABC7 first alert, and we'll share some of those with you later in the newscast. Stay with us. We'll be back.